Hey, this is H1, and we're about to be running it back with another episode. And you know what? We're gonna be learning about chess knowledge, chess wisdom, chess understanding, and that's pretty much it. Let's just get into the games. We got the FIDE World Cup tournament going on, 2021. Let's get started into it. Let's move on. Let's get this board going. Hey, we got the board here. We got this first game, Fabiano Caruana against Renat, and I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name at all. I don't want to butcher up anybody's last name. But this was an amazing game because you're going to see. But this is round 3, the second match. Because remember, each round has 2 matches, and 2 matches takes, 1 match takes 1 day. So let's get started into this. C4, we got an English going on, and then by Fabiano pushing up the D pawn, this made it a Queen's Gambit decline. And you know how we like our Queen's Gambit decline exchange variations. We like it so much that it gets pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie. It gets pretty boring because these grandmasters just know it so well. Bishop d3, and then this is like a common maneuver that usually happens to trade off the dark square bishops, and I used to play this opening a lot, so I knew kind of about this. Knight e2 instead of knight f3 because we want to push up f3 and e4, and then black is doing g6 so that we can put this knight on g7, put this knight on f6, and do bishop f5 maybe. But let's see how the game goes. So we got both of the rooks on the F and E files, so these rooks might be pointless if these pawns don't move. So the plan is F3, E4. That's the plan. Bishop E6. I guess it's just a different plan that I don't know about. But F3, oh snap. And then black is attacking on the center. Now in this position it was kind of weird because white's position looks pretty passive, and usually if the position is passive then something went wrong, but the computer is still saying that white has a little advantage, which is probably because the rooks, all of white's pieces are pretty good except for this knight, and black still haven't moved this piece. Like if black had an extra move to move this piece, then I think black would be kind of equal for white. But queen h4, queen d8, g4. Every time a grandmaster pushes g4, you know they want the fight, and it's exciting because white's position looks pretty good right now. They got a lot of space. They got some attack going on here. The only thing I have a problem with white's position is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And you might be realizing, what did I just do? I just counted how many defenders black had on their king side and how many attackers white had. So white has 3 attackers and black have 4 defenders, and that's a major problem if you're trying to attack. So we probably have to set up some pawn storm, bring this knight over here somewhere to try to get an awesome attack in. And that's exactly what Fabiano's doing. A4, C4. So black just made sure that black has a simple plan, and by doing C4, black just told you all about their plan. So black's simple plan is just to get a passed pawn on the queen side. That's black's simple plan. You attack on the king side, which that's fine. Throw the kitchen sink at the king side, and I'm just gonna make a pass pawn at the queen side and try to promote, and then I'm gonna attack you. That's pretty much black's plan. But let's see whose plan is better. We got the knight coming in f4. Still no coordination towards the king side, even though white is better. I still don't see a concrete plan of how white is supposed to win this, but let's see. So these pawns is kind of ugly. They're kind of separate, but there's not really still a clear plan on how to take advantage of that. And this position is completely equal. And this is where it gets complicated. And I can't really explain how complicated this gets. I just have to show you. Bishop c8. You already know what Renat was thinking. He was probably looking up into the sky, into the universe, and was probably thinking, which one of my pieces is doing the worst job? And that's the question that you have to ask. And then if you ask that question, then yeah, that bishop is trash right there. That bishop is not doing nothing. Nothing at all. What do I mean? Well, if you look at this diagonal right here, it's looking at pawns. And so when you're looking at pawns like this, you know what that means? That's a pawn too. So that bishop isn't on a long diagonal where it should be, and so it's a pawn. Let's not make it a pawn and put it on a long diagonal. And you see what long diagonal black is going towards? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make that bishop active. We're still trying to get an attack in. We need this queen to move and this h pawn to go ahead. Like, if this queen was on h1, yeah, that's what we need. We're doing that. And g5. So, I know what you're thinking. They could have just moved the rook to f2. But for some reason, black didn't want this plan because of this take, and then protected past pawns. And this is horrible because they're already on the 4th rank, pretty close to queening. And you don't want those problems. Your whole attack on the king side would just get demolished, especially when black is making 2 queens on the queen side. But yeah, nah. White, Fabiano was like, I'm not losing to no 2600. I'm 2806 and I'm gangsta. And so guess what White did? He was like, let's do g5. I'm here for the attack. If you're not here to attack me, then you're about to get demolished. You're about to get bullied for real. Like your head toilet stool type of stuff. You know what I mean? So black took the rook, accepted the sacrifice. Rook takes f1, move the knight, and then we take that pawn. And so now it's a different battle that both players have to adapt to. Now it's material over quality. What is going to win? What do I mean by that? All of White's pieces are pretty good right now. I'm not gonna lie, except for this knight. It's kind of bougie, but all of White pieces are pretty good. White has the center, and they're doing awesome. But Black's pieces are trash right now when you're behind the 7th rank. But at the same time, the computer is saying that they like Black's position, which the engine always goes for the material. So what does that mean by the engine? That's, you know exactly where I'm getting at. Stockfish 13 plus is a gold digger. That's exactly where I'm getting at. And we don't listen to gold diggers, so I'm liking White right now. We do rook b5, and then queen e4. The computer's like e4 a lot more. This could have been done, but I'm guessing that this pawn on d4 was pinned, and this knight couldn't move anymore. I don't know why Fabiano didn't like that move, but we did queen e4, and that pawn just dropped on g5, and now this king is just, it's getting kind of naked. That king is naked. And I like using the word naked because I want you to get an image of not getting your king naked. Just imagine, what's a good example? Have you seen Rush Hour before, where the guys, the mafia guys, they had Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, and they strip all their clothes off, and then Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan have to get the trash tops, and they have to cover their you-know-what, and they have to like walk through the streets and highways, and Chris Tucker was really embarrassed by it, and things happen. That's how naked this king is about to get. But we don't want our kings to be like that. That's why king safety is really important in chess. If you don't have king safety, then why you being so naked? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So we attack, and f5. This position probably looked really appetizing to White, like seeing this, visualizing this. But it turned out that after knight d6, this would have been kind of pointless, especially taking this pawn. And this is something else. So I don't really know what to say about knight f. Oh my goodness, get back here. I don't know what to say about knight f6, but they just equalized the game again, and White is having a beautiful position. And we take that, you take that, take that, take that. And now white is having a beautiful position because of this tactic. Boom! Oh, snap. Bishop takes f7. They have to take with the queen. If they take with the rook, then we have this check right here, and that's going to be checkmate or get a lot of material pretty soon. So we have to take with the queen to at least have an advantage, and it's equalized again with white having a little bit of an advantage. But queen d3, rook g5, king g2, knight f5, e4, knight h4, and check, and this king is at the corner. It's completely equal. Knight g6, and then the computers did not like this move. The best move in this position was queen d2, doing this little attack, these microaggression attacks. But this move, nuh-uh. This move was bad because of h5, which that's what the opponent played in the next move. So Fabiano Caruana was probably getting scared. And after king g2, which was forced, you know why it was forced? Let's say I just did some normal move like this. Checkmate in 2, baby. Checkmate in 2. And that's why you always have to look out for checkmates when your king is in danger. And like I said, just like in Rush Hour, this king is kind of like Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. You know, it's naked. And we don't want no naked king. We don't support that. We shame stuff like that in chess. And so king g2 had to be played, and you know what the next move is. Attack the pinned piece. So we did h4, king h3, went back, take that pawn. And so now it's a queen versus 2 rooks and a knight, which the 2 rooks was already more powerful than the queen. With the extra knight, it should be done if black can do this. So we take that last pawn, and now it's just over. It's just over. The king is protected. There's no more checks on the black king, and yeah, we're stopping this pawn. Let's just keep on going. Let's just end this right quick. It's just a little moves. Black finally got both of the pawns. It's over, and then that move kind of seals the deal because we can't even take the rook because of this fork right here. Let's keep on going. This attack right here, we take that pawn, we did this, and then we did this. If the king moved back, then we got this move, and then if the king just went to here, I'm pretty sure we just have king g5, rook e2 pretty much ends it, and then we could just do the normal rook king checkmate, you know what I mean? And yeah. So this is what happened when this match was over, when Fabiano Caruana lost. First of all, Fabiano Caruana lost the whole round, so he's booted out, he's knocked out, and he's 2,800. So that was insane. Not only was he booted out, he lost a good chunk of rating points. So now he's not 2,800 anymore. He's not in the 2,800 club. And not only is he not in the 2,800 club in classical, he's in 3rd place in classical now. And Ding Liren just went above him. And not only that happened, but Magnus Carlsen is the only one in 2,800 at this moment. If you're watching this in the future, I can't tell the future. But at this moment, right now, Magnus Carlsen is 2,800. And that's the bomb. Am I a fanboy? I plead the 5th. Let's go to the next game. Chris and Cal against Pragnananda. Remember we looked at a match yesterday about this game? Yeah, they faced off again because they have to do the second match. And now let's go into it. Knight f3, the circuit tour, the queen's pawn game, symmetrical variation. Let's get through this. e4. Oh snap. It's about to get crazy. Remember, Pragnananda, they was the youngest international master at the age of 10. So yeah, it's just crazy them playing Krasenkow or Krasenkov. I don't know. It's one of those. In these positions, it's really difficult because there's a lot of moves being played right now, and I don't know what's going on. Like, is this a move? No, that's the move. Yeah, I never played these positions before. Okay, so we got queen g4. Ah, snap. There's no pieces on this side, and the king is about to be attacked. So the king cannot castle at all, because this bishop would just come out of nowhere and start attacking this king. So what do? Why not just take this pawn? And then if we take this, it's we just take this and have a normal, a pretty normal game. Like nothing's going on. Take this pawn. What's up? But Kresenkov, they did take the rook. Oh snap! And they did. Queen takes a8. Oh, so this did happen. Oh, I thought it didn't. My bad. Bishop takes c3. Take that pawn. Queen a1. Ah snap! So this king is naked, and this king is naked. And what's going on here? Because what I'm seeing here is that white is going to take black's rook, which they did, and black just sacrificed a whole rook. And the computers are saying that this is a complete draw. Pragnananda is going after the opponent. I like this type of chess. Why don't everybody just do this? Let's get into the game right quick. So we take that bishop, we take that pawn, and then we bring our knights in. We bring that other knight in. We take that pawn. And black should be winning right here, but we do this move. We do queen e4. Black is totally winning in this position. We bring the king in even more. The best move was king b6, but I digress. H4. And so I guess white's plan is, if everything stays the same on this side of the board, if everything just stays the same, then I can just keep on marching this pawn up and make another queen and then checkmate you, right? But that's not how chess works. So let's see what black got in store. So h5, knight, okay. Castles, still, the rook isn't behind the pawn anymore. We still can't capture this, and it's kind of crazy that we still can't capture this because of this fork. That's ugly. Okay, we captured that knight though. We captured the bishop. Close in the queen. What is the queen going to be doing right now? This pawn is still going up. Why can't we just take this pawn? What's the point? Why can't we just take this pawn? I'm pretty sure there's a point because of queen a7, king b4, and then we're taking that a knight. Yeah. I gotcha. So that's why if queen a7 was played now, then king c4, a7. So is this queen going to be made? Is it going to be made? Nope, it's not. But after this move, black should be totally winning right after c2. And queen a2 check, king b, yeah, that check, rook e1. Whoa. They said the best move was taking the pawn, but black didn't take the pawn. They queen, rook e4. Dude, black is totally losing because guess what? The queen was naked. That's just gonna be the thing. That should just be the title of the video. Don't let the king be naked. You know, that should just be the title. Ah snap. This is over. This is game over. This is done. Done deal. Ugh. This is nasty. We're just going to promote those pawns. And yeah, we can't even take this pawn because this pawn would just run up. And then if we just started trying to push this pawn, then this bishop would just stop these two pawns, and then the king would get into the game, and then black is going to be in zugzwang, and yeah, that's game over. That was ugly. So they're going to have to play a tie break because Pragnananda, they won one yesterday, and maybe we'll cover the tie break. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get into the next game though right quick. The next game is these two players. Oh snap! I wanted to mention that there is a women's side of the World Cup, of the FIDE World Cup, and I wanted to go over the women's game, and this was one of the top games that was played in the women's side. And I think we got, I don't know if they're international masters or not, but I don't know if they're grandmasters because you have to be over, I think it's 2,500 or 24. I don't know. It's one of those. I would have to look it up. So we got d4, c4. Okay, so are we getting a Grunfeld defense? A Grunfeld? Okay. So we get in a special variation, the exchange variation of the Grunfeld defense, knight f3. We got 2370 versus 2494. The only reason why I didn't try to pronounce their names is because I didn't want to butcher them, because their names look pretty hard. But okay. Let me try to pronounce their names. Padmini. I'm just gonna go with that. And then we got Kahada Mal Sharia. Kahada Mal Sharia. Yep, that's it. Okay. Bishop e2, we're developing pieces like normal. So that's the Grunfeld. You usually counterattack in the center, so it looks like white is winning, but he's really not. And the computers always favor classical play, so don't even be paying attention to the bar right now. Queen d6, rook d1. We're push that up because this pawn is just going to be non-existent. Especially after black plans to do f5, but at the same time, if they find this move that the computer just said, knight d2, then we can dislodge this queen and start pushing up this pawn again, which they did find this move. We got knight d7, knight c4, and then castle, and now we got all the pieces developed, and white's position is looking way better than black's position. And I am sorry for that, but that's just the truth. Because you already know when it's bad when the computer suggests king h8 to be your best move, which king h8 is never a best move unless you're playing mind games with your opponent. But we got f5. F3 was the best move, but we got g takes f5. Oh, f4. Okay, because we got some blockage right there. This bishop became a beast, but at the same time, I know that white is still winning. Bishop f2. Okay, taking control of this diagonal, trying to take this c3 pawn, but at the same time, we're going to defend again. They was trying to do b4, b5, which they still can. They still can do b5, which they do, and we're going to just take that light square bishop. The best move was knight e3 to make sure that this pawn is still blockaded, but it's okay. It's okay. We good. Okay, c4, still protecting the knight. Black is winning right now because of this diagonal. Check. And then knight f6. So black's pieces are becoming alive. Like all these pieces right here haven't done nothing special. And I thought that white was going to do something special, but nothing special was done at all. Bishop c3, bishop takes c3, queen takes c3. Why did we? I guess that was the only move. Yeah, the Fiend Kettle bishop is gone. Is the king naked? I don't know. Y'all can judge that. Queen h3, move the knight back. g4. Ugly. That's an ugly move because you're separating black's pawns, and then plus now you can put your rook on the g file and start attacking the king. We're blockading that pawn. We're taking that pawn. Bishop g4. This is completely winning for white again. Check. This was a roller coaster. f5. Okay, we moved the queen right there. Oh snap! It just equalized again. Did we find the move? Oh snap, we found the move. They just found the move. Yeah, that completely equalizes the position. Because rook takes is a mistake because of rook takes f5. And you can't take back because I will take your queen, sir. Rook g1. This is completely winning for black. We have to stop that checkmate, so we have to do queen f8. And that's the best way. That move, still attacking the queen, which is messed up. Move that pawn, and this is completely winning for black. This is done deal, and it's still pretty hard. Ah, snap! Yep, that was the wrong move. The best move was b3 at this moment, but yeah, nah, you can't be doing moves like rook f6 after you have the advantage. That's going back on your word. And they took this pawn, which just made it black winning again for some reason, because white's best move in this position was queen b2. pinning the king to the rook, and now you can like add extra pressure on it, and yeah, that would have been horrible. But now we don't got that. We don't got that. Both sides have opportunity of winning. I haven't even seen this game yet, but I know that things can go pretty crazy pretty soon. Oh my goodness. No, black just did not just do that move. This is completely winning for black if they just would have just played the game. And then, and I said it like I'm playing the game, but if they just would have just played the game, this... Why take the pawn? I guess because they was expecting the bishop can't take that because of the queen take. But at the same time, we got checkmate in 1 with rook g8, and I'm guessing that black just resigned after that move. And this is a clear difference between a 2494 and a 2370. Is that if black would have just stayed focused the whole entire time, then they would have got this win off with this opponent and probably went up to 2400 and got like a big confidence boost. But yeah, that was a huge roller coaster. If you was looking at the charts that I'm looking at, it was going like it's going over there. Y'all see that wave? Hopefully when I put music in this, it has like a beat or something. Okay, let's get into it. Next game, we got Tari versus Magnus Carlsen, the only one that's a 2800 in the world, 2847. And let's just go through the set game right quick. You already know what happened. E4, C5, E6. Because y'all remember, Magnus Carlsen beat this guy yesterday, which he fought. But Magnus Carlsen is just going on like a massacre this time. But we got a Sicilian. Tari came to the game to fight with the white pieces. He did not want to lose again. So why not play the Sicilian? Paulson variation. And usually bishop f4 isn't played. Isn't like this play? I don't know. I don't play this variation. Another opening to me is like a whole nother island. And are we going to be castling on the queen side? Yes, we are. H6, bishop h4. This is probably all theory for some reason. I just have a guess that this is all theory. Rook b8, king a1. Did we just waste 2 moves like right here? Did we just do that? Okay, I get king b1, right? But king a1? I don't know. I guess we're just getting out of the file, which that's a little bit extra cautious, but I get the point. Now we need to protect this b2 pawn, and I like not white's position. I hate white's position, but I like black's position. It's pretty cool, even though this king isn't castled, which usually in a Sicilian the black king isn't castled, but black has these 2 bishops going down on the queen. I mean, not the queen, but white's king. It's about to be over after we do this d5 push or something. Queen b4. Okay, let's play some more moves. Okay, we castle, and now black's position is just OP. This is cheating. I'm guessing you asking yourself, what if they just take this knight, right? What if they just did this? What's the problem? We can just take this, G takes f6. Not bishop takes f6. G takes f6, and that's completely fine to do this move because not in that order. We have to take the queen, but it's perfectly fine to do this position because usually f5 is a good move to play. They're probably gonna play g4 to stop f5, but you can play d5 in this position now, which that's insane. No, this is not what happened. This is not what happened in the real game. Wait a minute, is it what happened in the real game? Oh snap, that is what happened in the real game. Oh snap, I'm tripping. So Magnus Carlsen pretty much had the same idea that I had. You know, that's why you follow H1, you know, because I'm nearly a grandmaster. H5, H takes G4, H takes G4. King G7. Are we just going to put this rook over here to utilize this space, or what are we going to be doing? Taking this pawn. Yeah, that seems perfect. Make sure that these pawn islands are useless. And yeah, we're going to take control of this file now, and we're going to put that rook on H2 since they allowed us to. That rook on F2, and we're going to trade rooks. We're going to use the king. And the sad part about White's position is that this knight was on the rim, and you know the knight on the rim is dim. This rook is the only thing that was doing work, and this bishop could be doing work if these two pawns wasn't on light squares. So all of Black's position is pretty good. It's pretty decent. Rook D8, okay. A4, King C3, and this is a long game. So if I start going fast, it's because it's a long game. Rook D8, check. Let's just keep on going. Let's keep on going into a good point. Bishop C3, check. Rook H2. They're like tickling each other. Why are you tickling each other? Okay, we take that, and that's a good knight to take because you want to. Yeah, these pawns is definitely hindering Black's mobility. And just look at this combo. That proves it all. And we're gonna bring the king over there. This is gonna be like an easy grind, that Magnus Carlsen grind that he always likes doing for some reason. It's boring, but it's effective, and that's why he's the best chess player in the whole entire world right now. You can fight me over it in the comments. I will fight you over it back, even when I'm at work doing my trucking job. You can get some too. Okay, so. So this was a major move. C4. Black is completely winning, and it kind of started happening because Black's position was just awesome. There was no weaknesses, and White couldn't do anything but sit there and wait and just let Black do whatever they want. And the sad part is this king. It's kind of like in a back rank checkmate position. So if this rook and bishop wasn't there, it would be checkmate. Black was able to do whatever they want, and we took that middle pawn. We took that pawn. King D4, king up, push that pawn, attacking the rook, put that bishop back, put that bishop back. Yeah, this is over. There's like no moves for White, kinda. Rook G1, patient move. You know, well, what was the best move? Yeah, Rook G1 was the best move. That's crazy. Rook E2, Rook takes F1, Rook takes E4, and I guess this is just resigns after King C5, because if Rook takes, then that would have been a draw. That would have been a nice draw against the world champion, but no, that's not. But the best move for White in this position was Rook E2 to try that, which it did not work, not at all. Yeah. Magnus Carlsen always doing their thing. He won 2 games straight in a row. The only person that's 2,800. Let me just say that again, which is it's still crazy. Like, we only have one person 2,800. It hasn't been like this for a while. Like, come on. We need some competition. We can't have this guy being world champion forever. Like, we can't let him go another decade. So, give me some competition. Come on. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. But it was some exciting games. I appreciate everything, man. All these games was pretty awesome. Like, it was mind-blowing just realizing how awesome these games was. But at the same time, I'm tired and I need to go to sleep. So, I will see y'all in the next day. Okay? Tomorrow. Peace! Snap. I can't even edit that. That's just in there. Yeah, just me being stupid.
It's no turning back, pressing on toward the vision. Yeah, I see where we was, and I see where we going. It's no turning back, pressing on toward the vision. Yeah, man, we choosing to get up and keep it moving. It's